Oxford Library Storytime. Today I'm going to be reading to you The Little Black Sheep of Connemara, and it's by Elizabeth Shaw and it's published by the O'Brien Press. So thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you to the O'Brien Press for letting us read this book today. Now, I have a special visitor with me today instead of Ted, because we are trying to reduce our numbers here in the library. He said he would stay at home and I could bring with me this little doggy, because this book is all about a dog called Polo. So Polo is with me today. Polo is taking care of some sheep, aren't you, Polo? So Polo is going to join us for story time today. Are you ready, Polo? Okay, let's go. So, The Little Black Sheep of Connemara. Oops, Polo was trying to fall off the seat on me now. Once there was a shepherd who lived far, far away in the mountains. He had a sheepdog called Polo, who helped him to look after the sheep. So here's Polo, and there's a picture of Polo and his shepherd. Polo watched the sheep while the shepherd sat on a mossy rock and knitted. He knitted socks and scarves and pullovers and blankets made of pure sheep's wool and sold them at the village market. So there he is knitting. It sounds very nice, Polo, I have to say. Yeah? I wonder what happens next. When the shepherd noticed that a sheep was straying too far from the flock, he took out a wooden whistle and blew it. This was to tell Polo to run after the sheep and chase it back to the others. Polo felt very important then, didn't you, Polo? It was a very important job, actually, isn't it, Polo? Yeah. So there they are. At sunset, the shepherd blew his whistle again. This meant the Polo should round up the sheep and chase them into the fold. As they jumped over the stile, the shepherd counted them to make sure that they were all there. It's a very important job as well. All the sheep were white except for one, the little black sheep. When Polo barked, "All to the left," or "Right turn," or "Halt," they all did what they were told. All, that is, except the little black one, who often turned to the left when he should turn to the right, because he was thinking of something else. And this annoyed Polo. Polo doesn't look very happy there, does he? So Polo, was that little sheep annoying you? But I think he was just maybe daydreaming or something. He didn't mean to annoy you. Polo wants everyone to listen to him, doesn't he? "That black sheep does not do what he is told," Polo said to the shepherd. "And he thinks too much. Sheep don't need to think. I think for them." Is that right, Polo? Polo said, "Yeah, that's right. He does all the thinking for them." The little black sheep wished he were like the others. "Polo sees my mistakes because I'm black," he said to the shepherd. "Could you please knit me a little white jacket so that I am the same as all the others?" Oh, the poor little sheep, Polo. He's a bit sad because you keep noticing his mistakes. "Oh no," said the shepherd. "You are a very handy little sheep. When I count you all jumping into the fold, I could fall asleep. But I am always jerked awake by my little black sheep jumping over the stile, especially if you stumble." Polo, however, liked all his flock to be just the same. "You just wait," he snarled at the black sheep. "I'll see that you are sold after shearing time." Oh, Polo, you were a bit cross there. Yeah, I know. Sometimes we get angry. I think Polo is going to have to practice the chill skill like we learned a little while ago, isn't he? Yeah. So he said he was going to get the black sheep sold, and then we'll all have a nice tidy flock. Oh, he's very cross with that poor sheep. So the little black sheep looked wistfully at the little white fleecy clouds in the sky. "The shepherd says that they are the souls of good little sheep," he thought. "Maybe one day I'll be a white cloud too." Then he noticed the sky was growing dark behind the mountain. "It's going to rain," he called. "I'll tell you when it's going to rain," snapped Polo. Polo, you were not in a good mood in this book, I have to say. Soon after, a sudden storm broke with hail and wind and snow. "My knitting will be ruined," cried the shepherd. "Come on, Polo, we must run for shelter." And there they are running for shelter. They ran to the shepherd's little hut. "Oh, the sheep will be all right. They have their nice woolly coats." The The shepherd made a cozy fire to dry his things and had a hot drink or two. It looks very cozy in there, doesn't it? Is it very cozy in there, Polo, do you think? Yeah, is it nice? Oh, and the shepherd made you a hot drink too. Very cozy, lovely. And what did you do then? Curled up by the fire. Very nice. I hope the sheep are okay though. Night fell. We'll see the sheep tomorrow, said the shepherd. No need to worry, said Polo. They'll stay where they are because I'm not there to tell them what to do. And he stretched out beside the fire. Oh, it's making me want to go and stretch out by the fire. It's so cozy. Meanwhile, the sheep were getting nervous and upset. Where is Polo? They bleated. Oh, what are we to do? We must look for shelter, said the little black sheep. Follow me. I think I know where there's a cave. He's a very smart little black sheep, isn't he? Yeah. He led them up to the hill where there were some hollow rocks with an overhanging ledge. We must stay close together and keep each other warm. I'll look out for the shepherd when it's light, said the little black sheep. The next morning the snow had stopped falling, but as far as the eye could see, all was white. Finding sheep today is like trying to find an ice cream drop near the North Pole, said the shepherd. So it would be very hard to find a white sheep in all of that snow, wouldn't it? I don't think I'd be able to do it. So who do you think he should watch out for? Yes, I think that's what he's going to do. Oh, I am a bad shepherd, he sighed, and he wished he had not slept for so long the night before. Now I've lost my sheep. And how will they manage without me? Said Polo. And then they saw a black spot at the top of the hill. Polo, cried the shepherd. Perhaps that is our little black sheep. They hurried towards the black spot. Do you think that might be the sheep? Or their little black sheep? I think so. Under the ledge of rock, they found all the sheep safe and sound. There were great celebrations. "My little black sheep," said the shepherd fondly. "But for you I might not have found my flock." "Well, maybe he is useful as a landmark, if nothing else," growled Polo jealously. So Polo was feeling a bit jealous of the little black sheep now. The sun came out and the snow melted. "Form ranks, forward march," barked Polo. The shepherd carried the little black sheep down the hill. "I always said you were a handy little sheep," he said. When shearing time came, the shepherd put the wool into sacks. There were 10 sacks of white wool and 1 sack of black wool. "Now how about selling that black sheep?" said Polo. "Then we would have a nice tidy flock." "Oh no indeed," said the shepherd. "I have a much better idea." I wonder what idea he'll have. "I can knit lovely patterns out of black and white wool." He knitted patterned socks and scarves and blankets and sold them for a good price at the market. With the money, he bought some more black sheep. So look at all the lovely spotty designs on his clothes. I think that was such a good idea. Soon, he had a flock of black and white and spotted sheep, and each one was different, and that was nice because now they were all the same. So it's nice when we're all a little bit different, isn't it? And we all have our own special talents, and we all have our own special things that we do that are different from other people. So what do you think now, Polo, after reading that story? So Polo's decided he likes the new flock, and he likes that each sheep is different to the others and has their own little spots and their own little patterns. And did you make friends with the little black sheep? He did. They made up and they're good friends now. Well done, Polo. So I hope you enjoyed the story time today. I'll be seeing you next time again with Ted. Take care.